right. Looks like we are good to go here. Hello, everybody. We're back with another Legacy League here. I was thinking about playing something spicy, but I wanted to play a little bit more Fox Bomberman. But I know I've been jamming this deck a ton leading up to this past Sunday. I talked about it a lot yesterday, but I was thinking about maybe playing the super qualifier, super PTQ thing tomorrow. So I was like, I'll give one last try to see if I can iron out some details, and then I'll start memeing it up again, mess with some other things. But this deck has legitimately felt just extremely powerful. So it's hard to put it down because it's a lot. It's easy to enjoy winning when if you enjoy a deck and the deck is powerful. It's easy to have fun in a format, even if the format feels gross. I don't think Legacy is in a good place right now, but I found a deck that I like, and the deck that I like has been performing well. So it's that's good enough, I suppose. I wish Legacy were in a better place, but until it is, we'll try this out. So I moved around some of the cards in the main and the sideboard. I think I don't get away with having no fast combo hate. I was really pushing for not playing any in going into the super qualifier thing, or that's not super qualifier, the showcase qualifier, because the meta was so small. It was 25 people, and there was no fast combo in the room. So it was pretty easy to get away with that. But I think in just the world of the Legacy meta at large, I think you want something like a Mindbreak Trap to be able to board in. Just having to mull for turn 1 Karn or turn 1 kills are not as likely. So I moved around some of the stuff. I put another Blast Zone in the main deck just to try to squeak out sideboard space by cheesing playing stuff in the stuff like Blast Zone in the main deck. We cut the Buried Ruin for it. So we'll see how that works out. Do get less utility of your lands, which definitely decreases your game 1 potential. Your game 1 just power, because you have less of these infinite mana sinks. But it might be time to start doing that as people start picking up more and more hate. Our losses yesterday were exclusively null rods and extremely fast combo decks, right? So maybe it's time to start toning back the turn 1 the game 1 power of the deck in order to try to have better exchanges for stuff like null rod. We named Senko because we're worshipping a fox goddess. I don't understand that reference at all, but I'm willing to add it to the list of potential names. Also, Shirumi, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Whoa, that was fast. Volume too loud? Feels louder than it usually is. Alright, we win the die roll. Yeah, time to watch some Legacy EDH. I mean, watching Legacy is just watching EDH, and in this day and age, drew both our main deck Blast Zones now. This hand is almost good. It'd be a lot better if one of these Blast Zones was actually a mana sink, the Inventor's Fair or something, because we could actually go off on turn 2 potentially. Although we don't actually have this mock. We could turn on this mock opal, but we'd lose our other white source. We're on the play. Do I want to go Blast Zone, Petal, Grim Monolith with no payoff? I don't think I do. My opponent didn't reveal a companion, notably. I don't think this hand does anything. It just has a bunch of mana. This hand has a turn 2 Mystic Forge, so that's probably fine. We'd play our Grim Monolith Key, Mystic Forge, stuff like that. So we'll definitely keep this. We'll bottom. I don't think Blast Zone is super good, relevant in a lot of game 1s, except against creature strategies. You mostly want it as just a land that is helpful in post-board games, and just, taps for mana in pre-board games. So I think it's okay to bottom it here. We don't have to worry about being against Delver. because they didn't reveal Luris. We can just go like Plains Key here. Basic Island. Non-snow covered island. My opponent didn't reveal companion. So like Sneak and Show? Kinda sad that this Grimonolith might just get spell pierced here. Hey Tekka, how's it going? It really feels like my monolith is gonna get spell pierced right now. I really thought you started streaming Smash. Not quite. Alright. Yeah, I assume this just gets spell pierced. My tweet was about Fox. Yeah, but I mean, like, Fox is also in Legacy now. This is just brainstorm, that's better. We have a Caracas to stop, like, an early, like if they just, like, get turned to Emrakul or something. And we just have to play this Mystic Forge here. If this resolves, which would be nice. Oh. Force of Will, rude. Pitching Scion of Una? Excuse me? Alright, our opponent is up to something over there. Combined Zirda with Final Destination. I think the Fox Mirror in Smash is a lot more universally endeared than the Fox Mirror in Magic. Alright, so my opponent's playing Scion of Una in their deck. Which is interesting. Oh man, I think I saw something about this on Twitter today. Like, a Sprite Dragon is a fairy dragon, I think. So you, like, play it in fairies. I think it was, like, modern, though. You didn't get that one yesterday, and the creature type was, hey, we got Fox, after I sat there and I was like, wait a minute, I literally have one of these in my deck. Alright, well, this is going to be slow goings, but at least we get to our, like, just being able to cast forges. It's not like they're going to spell stutter sprite them. Screaming lizards at my screen at one point. Oh yeah, we're trying to find out like J and L were like some of the last ones. There were like 4 creature types that started with L in my defense. It was like a Lurgoyf, Lizard, and I don't even remember the others already. Alright, well, there's probably a 0% chance this Mystic Forge resolves, but we're not... It doesn't seem like we're doing anything else over here. This is a cool island. This is Nicoria Island. Whoa. This thing just fucking resolved? Excuse me, you have 5 cards and 3 open mana. Alright. Maybe they'll, like, Spellstutter Sprite this Mox Opal. I'm not gonna not cast it. Oh, here it comes. They're gonna show me. Wow, they got me good. I don't think I want to draw this key. Like, it's nice with Mystic Forge, but we have a key, and we have another key in our hand, and we have another Mystic Forge, so I think I just want to, like, try to dig for, like, more zeros or something. Or more relevant things. My opponent is certainly up to something over there. I'm waiting to get fucking, what's that Champion of Fairy thing? Like, tap down all your lands or whatever. Mistbind Click? Basic Mountain, alright. so they're probably just straight blue-red from the looks of things. Blue-red fairies. I'm looking forward to a Sprite Dragon. Sprite Dragon is a fairy, right? Did I glance at Twitter correctly? I did not give it much thought. But it'd be pretty hot if they had Sprite Dragon in this deck. What are you casting over there? 2 blue mana. You gonna bounce my Mystic Forge or the Brazen Borrower? Yep. Alright. Well, we'll just recast it. Yeah, opponent definitely just looks to be on blue-red fairies. Is this a new normal for the Legacy meta? This is not a new normal. This is way out of left field, certainly. Our opponent is on some spice. Alright, I think I'm going to tap my Ancient Tomb to cast the Mystic Forge here. We have 6 mana, so we don't necessarily need to, but we're probably going to end up untapping the Mystic Forge, and there is a world that we can hit that we want colored mana to cast a Zirda if we hit some number of things go monolith off the top. And like I said, we're probably going to end up untapping it with Manifold Key or something anyway, or casting this other key from our hand. So I don't think taking the damage is like a huge deal. We are at like 16 too, and my opponent has a 1/1 in play. Sick. Oh, there's a Karn on top. Well, I want this Karn. This Karn seems pretty good here. They're like never going to Spellstar Sprite my relevant spells. So I guess we just cast this other Manifold Key and say go. Spellstar Sprite this one. I mean, they probably will. No, my Manifold Key. They're getting there. They need 2 more fairies and they can Spellstar Sprite this Karn. They get like a Cyanide Moon in play. This is scary. Do I want this Karn? Yeah, we want this Karn. Karn's real big. Although they have a bunch of flyers. It makes like one big thing. Maybe we don't want this Karn. Yeah, I changed my mind. I don't want this Karn. Trying to click me soon? Yeah. Too bad they can't click my Zirda. Alright, well, I don't want this Ancient Tomb. We are in danger of getting my Zirda Spellstar Sprited now. I just want like a Walking Ballista and just like ruin my opponent's day. I really don't want to draw that, but that's fine. Opponent's giving us the beatdowns. There we go. Ugh. Some legacy spells again. I do have to remember they have this Brazen Borrower. That does up the clock if they just like put me to 12 pass. They have the ability to flash in this Brazen Borrower and have 5 power in play. Which is a little scary. It'd be what, 8 power if they played a Lord after, but like, so it's still not lethal. Even if we like tapped we'd have to tap the Tomb and tap the Forge twice. And then they have to have a Lord after their Borrower for us to die there. Oh, find something else? Yeah, there we go. It is a fairy. Look at that. Size of a pixie, rage of a Hellkite. Seems weird to play this when you have access to this Brazen Borrower. Do they have like a relevant one they want to hold up here? Like a Spell Pierce or something? Just get like a Monolith or a Karn or something off the top of our deck here. Be nice. At least we're not in danger of getting Spellstar Sprited. They only have 2 cards in hand. Well, there's a Monolith, so we can try to go off here, which we have pretty good odds at going off, considering we have Forge, a Forge in our hand, and a Key. So yeah, I think I'm pretty inclined to just try to go off here. They can't stop me with like a Bolt. Their 2 cards in hand have to be like Force blue card. What they do with... They didn't shuffle on the Ponder, notably, but... Didn't realize Sprite Dragon is also a fairy. Yeah, it's sweet. Does this resolve opponent? Yeah. Definitely a cool interaction that Sprite Dragon is a fairy. I don't know if it's worth playing cards like Spellstar Sprite and Scion of Una. Ooh, the last card is a force. And they're burning it on the Monolith, which is interesting. So they have no cards in hand. So if we find something off these forges, we have to make sure we don't get secret lethal, but it's pretty hard for them to do. They have 4 and we're at 9 currently. 8. Do have to be careful about our life total. A bolt could kill us at this point. They do know their top card of their deck, but I think we just want to keep going for it here while their shields are just totally down. We have like so many things we could hit. And we're already in bolt lethal, right? Because they have 4 in play. Bolt would be 4 damage. Let's just dig deep. There's a ballista. Not what we're looking for, but it does prevent 1 damage. Definitely worth it enough to cast here. Keep going down. Do I want to crack a pedal to get this key off the top of my deck? I think I do. We're very set on mana. I don't think we really need this pedal. I think we just want to make sure that we get as much garbage off the top of our deck as we can. Oh, well, we're drawing another Serum Powder, which is more garbage, certainly. I think we'll just say go here. Dead to Lightning Bolt. Not dead to a Lord. Because we have this walking... Oh, shoot. I should actually ping this Spellstar Sprite. Because Sign of Una has Flash, right? No. Ballista's a win con. We don't currently have one of those. And we just don't ping if they just attack me for 4 here. If they try to Flash and Sign of Una, then we obviously ping in response. I think... Also, we could potentially untap with this and just mow down my opponent's stuff. Yeah, I think we just let this happen. They have a bolt? That would suck. Yeah, alright, fuck. They got us. Wait, they're bolting the ballista? Alright, deal. Not dead, I guess. They didn't see the line of, like, hitting me in the face? Thought that was, like, all that Bolt did, but okay. Guess we get to take another turn. Attack me for 4. Oh, I'm at 3 life now? That's weird. 3 seems like a important number for some reason. Well, give us another shot at killing him. Uh-oh. Well, we got a lot of... Actually, we only get to tap this forge twice, so... we are in a bit of danger. Uh-oh. We are also running out of mana, so we can't tap this too. We might just be dead unless we get like Grimmonolith right now into some other stuff. Jesus. Exiled a lot of garbage and found nothing. Alright. That did not work out. I think I want to bring in removal here. Seems fine. Buy ourselves a ton of time. Not super interested in Blast Zone. They do have like a weird number of like 2s. Yeah, that forge. We had a forge in place since like turn 3, and they were just miserable. Like, we cast like 3 card. Maybe we probably cast like more like 5 cards or something, but there were a lot of bad cards. I think I'm gonna just cut my Serum Powders. I don't think we're mulliganing super aggressively in this matchup. They're a force deck. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like a Daze deck, so we probably have to like deal with a bunch of soft permission. So probably just want hands that have a solid amount of action. We'll see if Blackstone looks better in like a game 3. I would like to play first, yes. A little scared by Serum Powder. I mean, Serum Powder is not a scary card. Serum Powder is just like a way for you to mulligan super aggressively in matchups that you're like in matchups that you just want to do your like powerful thing. There's like the worst draw slash Mystic Force thing. I've tapped them for mana before. They're like, I talked to Whiteface a lot about it, and they're like a backwards Mind Stone basically. Like Mind Stone is like in the late game, I use this. I'm just gonna cycle my Mind Stone away for a card, and the Forge instead you basically cycle it out of your opening hand to let you mulligan into an extra card. And I think this deck wants to look at good opening hands more than it wants to like look at good late games. Anyway, this hand is very good. We have a ton of mana. We're good on this hand. A ton of mana, multiple payoffs into like Force of Wills. So, I think I'm willing to take damage here. No, we could go Denki, because then we're gonna go Ancient Tomb Monolith. 3 to 5 mana, where we'd have 6 mana if we went Tomb like City Key. Yeah, our life total does matter a little bit here. We'll just go Ancient Tomb, Basalt Monolith. They'll probably counter it. I guess, if we were thinking about Daze, then maybe it was right to go Tomb, because then we go City, but Monolith through a Daze. We didn't see a Daze. We didn't see that much of my opponent's deck, and Daze wouldn't be totally out of the question for my opponent to be playing. Oh, well, now we can just play around Daze anyway. Force of Will this, it's whatever. We just have 2 payoffs in our hand. Yep, that's totally fine. We'll have 6 mana next turn. So potentially like Carnage a Casket if we wanted. We do have to be worried about Carnage getting bolted, so we want to make sure we get good value out of it. We could just play Forge. I'm more inclined to just play Forge. Yeah, especially into nothing here. Gonna hold up your Spellstar Sprite against my deck that's gonna cast a 4-drop. This Ballista comes in handy against like an army of 1/1s, that's for sure. They can Spellstar Sprite my Mox Opal again, sure. Get this crap off the top of my deck. I'm gonna exile this Forge to the Forge. Didn't Spellstar do that? I wonder if they were like they would have brazened the Forge immediately though, right? Yeah, I don't think I'm really interested in drawing the second Forge. And we get an untap on our Forge. And we have, wait, do we have enough mana to, we only have 1, 2, 3. We can't cast this. So yeah, let's get it off the deck. Now they're going to bounce it? She just seems wildly incorrect. Like, what if I just had more zeros to cast? Alright. Opponent seems very confused about what's going on. Do I care? No, I don't think I want to play a Ballista for 1 either. We have a ton of mana. We just play a big Ballista next turn, like a Ballista for 3. This is fine. We exile the Forge off the top of our deck still. Brazen Borrower. 15. Okay, they're just pondering. Whew. Shuffle on the Ponder, so they're not leaving a Borrower. So I don't really care that much about getting Ballista online. I might play Karn this turn and just go get a Monolith. Another Opal, so we just have a ton of mana. Yeah, I'm kind of in for just a Monolith. We have a lot of ways to kill lined up here. We don't have to take damage off our Ancient Tomb now, either, because we have this Mox Opal. They're not holding up the ability to just flash in a kill on the Karn. They can obviously bolt it or whatever, but I'm not worried about a creature coming in and dealing with it. We get our value. We get to exchange this card for a new card, and they have to answer the Karn. Yeah, we'll just grab Basalt Monolith. Just more cards that they have to answer or they die. It also just helps because we just have a bunch of mana in this key, so it's like if the Monolith resolve, we can just big Ballista them even if they stop the Zirda. Could cast the Monolith this turn if I wanted. I don't think I do. Realize companions are just adventure creatures that start the game on an adventure. I suppose you're not incorrect. Just say go. I guess we do kind of... Maybe Click is a card that I should be concerned about. No Bowl. Click is a card that maybe should be on my radar in terms of just like keeping all these cards in hand. So, like maybe I do want to push this Monolith out. Mystic Sanctuary. That seems like a little ambitious in this deck. I mean, I guess they are two colors, but like, how often are you playing Mystic Sanctuary in your tempo deck? At least Delver was sometimes doing it, but only for grindy matchups in this sideboard. There's letting me untap with this Karn. Seems dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even we could just lattice them and play a Ballista for 1 if they flashed in Borrower or whatever. Also, we have more mana because the Monolith and the key. Upkeep, bolt the Karn? Sure. Yeah, you got it, boss. Yeah, we're just... Oh, Grim Monolith. That's a good pickup. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cast Zirda. If it resolves, they die. If it doesn't resolve, we still have Ballistas and Forges and a million mana. They have 3 cards in hand. If they like force this, we just untap the Monolith. Okay, now they're dead. If they forced it, we untap the Monolith and just cast Mystic Force this turn. Everything's fine. Okay, they have actual nothing. Deal. Just make sure this resolves. Alright, cool. I like to cast Ballista early online, just because if they force will it, you don't have to sink a bunch of mana into it. I don't think my opponent realizes that they're dead. So we'll just do this the long way. Oops. Could have guessed there with the second Mox Opal instead of the Monolith. I didn't really care because I was going to use the Monolith anyway. We have the key in play. Maybe this opponent's first time playing Bomberman. My opponent's made a couple of like weird choices that make me think that they're not super accustomed to either playing, I don't know, their deck, this format, playing against my deck maybe. Doesn't change. Yeah, like, I mean, it burns my monolith. It burns my opal for no reason. My monolith, I don't really care if it's tapped because we have this key that was just going to untap and cast Forge if my Zirda got countered. I don't get the picture yet. I don't think so. Because counter, you don't need the Mox for anything else. I mean, the Mox is just extra mana. We're using mana that's already in play. If we throw out this Mox Opal in our hand is essentially a Lotus Petal. And there's no reason to, like, crack a Lotus Petal when I can just tap mana that I have already in play. When I could potentially need to, like, just cast a really big Ballista the next turn or something if they, like, forced the Zirda and then, I don't know, the Forge doesn't find anything. I just want as much mana as possible to just, like, make a big Ballista and smush them. If it was the only Mox... If, like, we didn't have they concede a 1 life. Nice. Classy. If we didn't have a Mox Opal play, then, like, certainly. But the fact that we already have a Mox Opal in play and the one in our hand makes this one a Lotus Petal, rather than just, like, completely free. Alright. Well, we didn't see anything that game. They played, like, more of the exact same cards and nothing else. So I'm just going to resubmit. Not super interested in the Blast Zone like I talked about earlier. Their creatures have a higher CMC. It's mostly just like a null red card. We already have 2 in the main deck. Turn 3. Multiple options. We have a turn 2 Ballista on 1. Is this hand good enough? I put in a very slow deck that doesn't seem to have a lot of interaction that isn't Force of Will, so I kind of just want to keep this hand. Put almost a 6. I'm kind of into this hand. Did I see Mind Break Trap? Yeah. I'm playing some Mind Break Traps on the sideboard. I think I finally pulled the trigger on, like, needing those. I talked about it at the beginning of the stream, but the list that I was really, like, trying out, where a lot of them were a little bit fine-tuned for the meta that was the Showcase Qualifier. And the Showcase Qualifier had like 25 people in it, and I knew there was going to be very little fast combo. But I think in the meta at large, I might have been Bomberman doesn't play Chalice of the Void because you can't, because you play Zirda as your companion. Otherwise, you definitely would. Was I finished talking about Murder Trap? Basically, I don't think I could keep getting away with it. Getting away with, like, not playing Mind Break Trap, because one of your worst matchups is fast combo. And there is more fast combo out there in the Wild Wild West. Yeah, I'm into just playing this Walking Ballista. They don't even have, like, Bolt. Made the same joke earlier today with Thoughts here, yeah. Happens to a lot of people. Alright, yeah, we have a ton of payoffs. There's not even, like, Bolt for my Ballista. We'll just play out our thing. Counter this? Something? Hardcast a Daze? Force of Will. Jesus. Alright. Cool. You have 3 cards left in hand. I have 4 cards that are all extremely good. That felt like an extremely aggressive Force of Will. They're on mono blue. No, they're on blue-red fairies. Matchup has been weird. Yeah, they pitched a Scion of Una. 2 Fortitude there, Force of Will there. We getting Sprite Dragon. Karn looks a little bit worse here. Force of Will and the Ballista to protect the Sprite Dragon? Doesn't seem great. I think I'm just gonna play Mystic Forge here. You know, cast a Brainstorm? Nope. 1 damage, deal. Yeah, they have 2 cards in hand. We're just gonna slam a Mystic Forge. What are you gonna do on my upkeep with your Surgical Extraction? My walking. Wait, what? You're supposed to do that in Trust step, not upkeep. I think my opponent is missing a lot of things. But okay. You either do that main phase to buff your Sprite Dragon, or in my draw step in case I drew a Walking Ballista. Not neither of those. But I'll take it, sure. You got me. I don't have any Ballistas in my main deck anymore. I have 4 Ballistas I could wish for now. People love to board in Surgical Extraction. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna play this Forge. Ooh, Monolith does not do anything. Could line us up for potentially infinite mana next turn, because we could like City Blast Zone, Monolith, Den, Zirda if we wanted. But yeah, I'm pretty happy just forging. They have 1 card in hand, like, we're in no rush. LED, sure. Plains, nah. Monolith, yeah, I'll draw it. Not worth cracking the LED for, but you know. I think we're just gonna infinite mana my opponent next turn. Just cast Grim into Basalt into Zirda. Crack the Islet. Yep. Cool. Key, oh, that's nice. Even more mana, I'll take that. They could spell stutter this Grim Monolith. That'd be funny. Are they going to spell stutter the Key and not the Monolith? Did they not realize that their Sprite Dragon that they put in their deck was a fairy, or are they going to like cast some weird spell right now? Abrade one of my things? Braid my Mystic Forge after I've cast like a bunch of spells off the top? No, they're just fetching. Cool. I'm going to untap my Grim Monolith, so if they do have some weird bounce spell or shatter that they have to kill the bad one, we could still go off. Actually, hang on. Let's cast this diamond off the top first. Oh, there's a Karn. Alright, well, we found our way to kill my opponent now. Well, we could also just, like, Karn, put them in the ground if this Zirda gets countered or something, but my opponent feels pretty dead. Gonna bolt my Zirda. Oh, alright, cool, they're dead. We did it! Well, people that don't F6 while you're trying to make infinite mana. Yes, opponent is unbelievably dead. We have fun with it. We'd like Karn, Mystic Forge, Karn, do whatever. I'm gonna cast this Carnival Critter off the top now just to make sure that they're not trying to like force will us or something. Dead. You're dead. I got 4 ballistas I can wish for. I'd like to wish for one. I'll wish for this one that's in exile. Dead. You dead. Dead skis. Dead Areno. Oh god, are they gonna like pop my Zirda or something in response to my ballista and I have to pump it for like 4 mana? You gonna bounce my Zirda? They're gonna daze. You know what? I'm just gonna make infinite mana. Nice daze you got there. In case you weren't aware, okay, they figured out. They figured out I could pay for the days with my 7 mana and infinite mana floating. We did it. Honestly, this deck is like very easy to play even online. It's like very easy to make infinite. Takes no time at all. Most people don't make you like click through it either. I think that my opponent there was like either new to something. Don't know what they were new to, but they definitely felt like it was in fact their first rodeo. The white weenie player made me do it. Yeah, and then we got to rat their board. It was really fun. Opponent has a Sprite Dragon avatar now. Yeah, usually when my opponent makes me kill them with the ballista, I will just rat their board because it's so easy to make that much mana. Like it does. Like I will take the extra 30 seconds to go out of my way and just like rat their shit. Alright, this hand's almost there, right? We're on the draw. Serum Powder's awkward. But, like, we need a way to turn this opal or, like, another land, and we can monolith into infinite mana. My opponent did not reveal a companion. It is a little dangerous against forceful decks. Don't know if my opponent not revealing a companion means that they're more or less likely to be a forceful deck. I think most of the fair decks playing forceful should be on a companion. Not to say that like my opponent won't be, because should is a strong word in a format filled with a lot of people on pet decks. This hand does a lot of promising draws. We'll keep. We could powder it, but like this hand is fine. Opponent molds against a 5. Which is either terrifying or great. I've revealed Zirda. I don't have to. But one of my favorite things is when you're on the draw, you reveal Zirda, you don't have to bluff Force Will. Oh, alright, they're Delver, so the mulligan to 5 is actually just great for us then. But yeah, when you're Zirda, you don't have to bluff that you're a Forceful deck, because you're just like tell them up front. You get to F6 your first turn on the draw. Well, now we can actually run this monolith on turn 2 if we want to. I wouldn't fault someone for powdering that hand. The hand was a little bit risky. If we didn't find like a mana source of some sort, we'd cast like none of our spells. on Tropical Island, Delver. What does that mean for me? Rug or bug? But they're not on Luris. Maybe they just didn't get the memo. But they updated their avatar to be Sprite Dragon. So, like, they understand that Luris, like, Ikoria exists in some capacity. Maybe they just refused. Hex Drinker, yeah. I feel like... So they're just playing Rug, I have to imagine. Yeah, Rug would be the only reason not Dolaris, but then they should maybe not be playing Rug, but, you know. What do I know? They have 2 cards in hand. Let's draw like a 0. It is technically a 0, but not exactly what I was looking for. Mostly meant a pedal or a LED to turn on this opal, or even like Ancient Den. I'm gonna run out this monolith into a daze. I don't think things are getting better for me. Things get phenomenally worse if they do have a daze. Maybe I do have to wait. Ugh. They had 2 cards in hand. 2 opals. We can beat a daze. Their start isn't that fast. They do get to swing. They could potentially swing for 7 next turn. That's like a pretty big chunk. Just like untap, flip the Delver, pump this Hex Trigger twice, hit me for 7 out of 12. That's like pretty threatening. I'm very concerned about a counterspell. But we had another turn and we miss, we have to go for it, because we're staring down way too much damage. Problem is 7 to 12 plus 3 plus 6 is 9. We'd be dead to a bolt over 2 turns, but I don't think they'd have enough mana to get it to 8 in 2 turns. Without, like, not having mana to bolt me. So I think we potentially could have another turn. They could, like, untap and Tarmogoyf, then they don't get to pump the Hex Drinker. I think I'm gonna wait. Daze is just like such an embarrassing card for this hand to die to, and if we do get Daze, this hand has like no way, no plan to win. Chris 9005 and Tekka NL, thanks for the follows, I appreciate it. They're not gonna reveal Daze off this Delver. I'm gonna feel really stupid. Spell Snare. All right, well, we have the other monolith, so Spell Snare pitches to Force of Will. Yeah, they're just gonna pump up their thing and hit me for 7. Let's draw a lot of things. That's not one of them. Alright, yeah, I have to cast this monolith now. Don't know what my opponent's doing without a companion. That's what my question was. Please no Daze. You can't beat Daze. Oh shit, that actually resolved. I didn't expect this to happen. Alright, well. Now we have to beat like a Forcible next turn, which seems unlikely. If they just have Force of Negation, we might be okay. We have a bunch of payoffs in our hand. They could elk my monolith this turn, that would suck. And then we're super dead. Wasn't gonna be able to beat that though. What's up, dudes? Hope you're doing well too. Broke a bone, if I recall. Had some arm-related injury. I forget exactly what it was. It's like 4:30 in the morning over here. Jeez. Just a fracture. All right, yeah. Stay good. All right. Well, my opponent cast a Ponder and did not shuffle, so I don't think we get to win this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Zirda costs 3, so we can cast a 4-drop after we Zirda, so we're not out of it, I don't think. I wonder how good Gigantha is in the universe where Force of Negation costs 2 and a blue and 2. It's a reasonable question. into a Force of Will, pitching the Spell Snare. So now we can play Karn Scion of Urza, make a dude. That's it. Die to Bolt. We could play Forge, but Forge needs to hit, like, just the miracle of things off the top. We play Forge with access to 2 mana. There's basically no way to get there. I think Karn Scion of Urza and letting us try to untap is probably the way to go. Obviously we lose to Bolt, but... yeah, because our Scion token's only 3/3 too. I'm happy you're losing. That's rude. I don't appreciate your negativity in my chat, Cyrus. I'll ban you. Stifle! Whoa! We got wrecked. Alright, you got me, opponent. Alright, we get to boarded plows. Board out big chunky stuff. Hate LEs in this matchup, actually. Going all in versus Delvers never feels like a good plan. Ban LED. Here, I cut all my LEDs just for you. Actually, let's bring in this Blast Zone as well. We'll shape 1 Karn. They probably have collector oofs in the sideboard or some bullshit that I can't beat. White versus Red Splash, why? White Splash gives you Swords to Plowshares, better removal versus like Delver and stuff. Red Splash gives you a Braid, which is nice. It's like easier to hit Null Rods. It gives you like blasts in like blue matchups, which can be helpful. And it gets some combo decks. Sand sucks. I hate the sand. Yeah, I just don't like the sand at all. Sand also sucks, but we can powder it. Can I get a Luris tattoo? That's something you definitely won't regret in 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, we're definitely powdering the sand. The sand doesn't do anything. Powder down to... oh yeah, I always... powder and the London Mulligan is just the weirdest fucking thing. It just like blows my mind every time. I think I want to put this sword back in my deck. We have what? We have 2 Karn the Great Creators left in our deck. Karn's not at its best in the Delver matchup. 4 to 6 weeks is a little generous. I don't know. I'm going by Underworld Breach time. So now we powder the sand. Alright, this hand's a keep. Feels like my opponent's not someone that's going to force will the Monolith, though. I think they were supposed to force will the Monolith last game and didn't. I think it's a certain type of player that force wills your Monoliths and stuff versus like force willing the payoffs. It's hard to know which to do when, but sometimes you kind of get the read on people. But maybe I don't have the read on my opponent. I'm into this force will for myself. If you want to force will when they mulligan, but I don't know. I feel like they definitely should have forced my Basalt last game. It's never getting banned. I don't think that's accurate. Well, it's gotta take this long to ban the best card ever. I don't know. I'm not WotC. It's literally the best card ever in like every single format, besides like it's playable in standard, but it's not like the best thing to be doing. Maybe Pioneer 2? All the formats with Bobble, I guess. Well, I hope they don't have days. We could just play a 2/2 Ballista and kill his Delver. It's probably a better exchange than the Mystic Forge. We're taking a bunch of damage out of Ancient Tombs. How greedy is putting this Ballista on 2? Like, very extreme greed. I would love to have a Ballista to stick around and close Delver of Secrets. It's obviously the dream turn. I think if anything that the banning is going to be accelerated because of coronavirus. All they have to look at is like online stuff, and people have more gross overreactions because there aren't like a spaced out number of like paper events to do things, people have a lot more visceral reactions to things in real time because people are already frustrated with stuff. I mean, banning Luris and Legacy isn't gonna affect Luris sales and B Ikoria pack sales. Man, I really hope we don't get dazed. Nice. I'm so good at this game, not getting dazed. We're just gonna get Collector Roof next turn, and then I can't cast my Plow of the Ancient Den. I mean, they banned Underworld Breach a long time before Ikoria came out, like a solid midway point or like earlier, right? They banned it like early March. I don't know where everyone's getting this idea that they will refuse to ban a card until the next set comes out when they literally just did not that. Man, we're gonna take so much fucking damage casting all my spells here. We're just gonna die horribly. We're gonna get like bolted twice and then lose. I deserve this. I do deserve this, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna jam the Forge. Alright, this Grimmaw is actually a really good draw. Yeah, that's why I said like 4 to 6 weeks they're gonna ban Luris, because like I think they banned Breach in 6 weeks. So I guess my opponent doesn't have counter magic, which means we can try to kill them next turn. As long as they don't kill my Ballista. Or if we finally got a payoff on the top of our deck. We don't have that many infinite mana payoffs anymore. That we can cast off a Forge at least. Sure. Doesn't do anything. Even just ping it on board. We could even beat a Stifle. Stifle it, I dare you. Hey, look at that. See, sometimes they do just see the writing on the wall and they die. It worked out. We had 2 Ancient Tombs and we didn't die in a fire. Now we gotta win on the draw, which is just way harder, because Daze is just always a super obnoxious card for this deck to deal with. But anyway. Maybe Watsy can ban the Companion from my birthday the day after Ikoria comes out. I think they banned Underworld Breach for my birthday. At least initially I thought that, because I was like, oh, they banned it 2 weeks before like Jeremy's event, and Jeremy's event was like the day before my birthday. So I was actually like excited to play Legacy again. What a fool I was, but they also just canceled all the events because, you know, horrible pandemic. I think we're just running it back. Yep. Yeah, I don't really know what that hand was. Like, I mean, I guess they just like kept a Force of Will and a blue card and a Delver of Secrets. And they forced my thing and then played their Delver and then I killed their Delver and then, like, just rolled over. Alright, this hand's solid. You can't... The problem... This is the eternal problem that I have talked about in the Delver matchup, is that there are 2 types of hands that you lose to Delver with, and it's the hands that are very mana light and the hands that are very mana heavy, and it's just impossible to know, like, what plan your opponent's going to have to beat you. Like, if my opponent doesn't counter my Monolith and just, like, forces a Wills my Karn, we just have no payoff. But then, like, some games you just have, like, a bunch of action, like, in game 1, and then we like you have trouble like actually getting it all online, having to deal with soft permission and stuff. Go and fix that problem with playing Brainstorm. Yeah, but then I would have to be casting Brainstorm. That card's bad. Who casts Brainstorm? Why would you cast Brainstorm when you can just draw the good cards? My opponent cast Brainstorm last game and then they died. Snow-covered Ancient Dens. My Brainstorms are always 3 good cards. But aren't all the cards in your hand also good cards? So then what do you do? What cards do you put back? At least we get to like play around days very well. We get to like power this Ancient Tomb or this Grim Monolith on turn 1 and play it through a days. Yeah, exactly. Put back lands. I would keep 6 landers. I guess that's fair. How do you cast a Brainstorm with the planes? Very carefully. We're gonna get just Collector Roofed. I'm gonna be very upset. At least we can like cast Karn and get a daze and cry. Lotus Petal, Astrolabe. Those are reasonable answers. We can play our Karn this turn. I don't think that's a good plan. Really think that's a bad plan against the Daze deck. Oh, we're just passing the turn. Alright, well at least they don't have a Collector Roof. Bad news is I have to imagine that this card's never, ever, ever going to resolve. Good news. I don't have any good news. Just play my Serum Power this turn. Could just jam the Karn. It's not getting better for me. They just left up a bunch of mana. I don't like that. But like this card's already being soft permission because we already have a jillion mana. Interesting thought. We could like try to bait the Force with Zirda and then Karn them or whatever. I'm like thinking about playing this Serum Powder. Is that bad? Yeah, like obviously my Powder isn't clearly better than Mind Stone or anything. I literally talked about how Powder is better in your openers when you like try to cycle it instead of mulliganing to 6. You get to mulligan to 7, and then Mind Stone is better when you draw it late, and late being turn 2, and you want to like cycle it to find more stuff. There's no correct answer. You can play Mind Stone and that's fine. Just play Baubles. I cut all the Baubles from this deck because I hate them. After we finally cut the Oryx Salvagers. Anyway, I don't know why I'm taking so much on this turn. I just want to like Karn Plus here. If it resolved, what would I do with this Karn? I don't think I want to minus it like a Stifle and a Bowl. And they're not threatening it. Everyone plays Baubles now, so it's not cool anymore. I think I am supposed to play this Karn. It's not getting better for me. The fact that they played a Pawn on turn 1 and then didn't play a creature on turn 2 makes me really think that their hand is just like a bunch of answers. What the fuck? Alright, maybe not. Opponent clearly bluffing, time to go all in. Alright. So if we plus, we could get double bolted. If we minus, we could just get single bolted. Could get stifle bolted. What would I want to be wishing for? A Walking Ballista to pair with the Zirda? Kind of interested in just plussing. They have to have like exactly double bolt to deal with the Karn, and keep trying to leave up like Stifle to counter my thing. I'm not super interested in getting Ballista, letting them trade my Karn for their Lightning Bolt. It's a 2-for-1. I mean, yeah, I guess. But, like, isn't plussing also potentially more than a 2-for-1? Plus on my Monolith, hit him for 2, and then not untap my Monolith. Wombo City, but winning. I don't know. I'm trying to find ways not to lose, right? My opponent has 5 cards in hand and, like, has a plan. We can wish for the Ballista next turn and still kill them, assuming my card untaps. Coward, I'm plussing this card. Fuck off. Get out of here, Patrick. We'll get my card double bolted and we'll like it. Very confused. I'm genuinely confused on, like, what my opponent's hand is. You can cast an Oko here? Elk my Monolith? Animate Monolith to confuse them? No, it's just a Tarmogoyf. Alright. Oh, we drew a Ballista. See? That's what I'm saying. Why cast Brainstorm? Just draw the good cards. Alright, I think I'm just gonna cast Zirda and try to make it infinite here. Can we make infinite? We can make infinite through a bolt, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. 3, 2, 2, yeah. Carn your own Monolith and do a 2-2 attack and feel bad, yeah. Yeah, alright, well we can beat a removal spell on my Zirda here, so I'm into just jamming the Zirda and then, like, wishing for, like, a bridge or something if need be. Alright, sure. Force pitching Spell Snare. Yeah, now this Tarmogoyf's huge, so we can just wish for a bridge and just bridge the Goyf away through a daze. We could get stifled. That'd be pretty bad. I think I'm just gonna minus this. We might have to play the Ballista out as, like, a blocker for the Goyf. Yeah, stifled, sure. So we'll play a 2-2 Ballista here. If we're just blocking, maybe I'd play it as a 1-1. Casket. We don't have any white mana. Casket would not have been a good choice. There's no reason to play it as a 2-2. Dealing them with the extra 1 damage isn't going to matter. Tap our Monolith, which is kind of sad, but... You played land. Yeah, I know I played the land. Oh, about the casket. Yeah, I get you. Play Serum Powder into the Ballista on 1 for value. And then play back into the daze. What's up, Blaine? How's it going? So now we just want to try to find, like, bridge into... Uh-oh, is this Oko? Okay, Oko doesn't do anything here. Doesn't do anything quite yet. Ping this Oko. Is that 9,000 loyalty? We could wish for, like, another Ballista. 1, 2, not even 3. So it's also gonna, like, why not? Yeah, I mean, their life total doesn't matter. I'm gonna deal 16 the fairway. Yeah, please elk my Monolith opponent. I would super appreciate that. Holy shit! Thank you. We don't have anything to do with that anymore, but I'll take it. Alright. New plan. We're going to Mycosynth Lattice, my opponent. I don't think I even want to bridge them because I think we want to set up Lattice. We can play the Serum Powder and plus the Karn on it. We'd also like play the Ballista for 1 if we wanted. We could also clear the Oko. We could like clear the Oko and bridge them. Right? If we don't get dazed. The BM potential is off the charts. Maybe is clear the Oko. Oh, we can actually clear the Oko and just casket this, actually. Hang on. We just casket the Goyf, clear the Oko, and just, like, crush them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So Ballista for 1. Casket the Goyf. Attack the Monolith Ping, or attack with the Oko with Monolith Ping the thing. Plus Karn and Ancient for BM. Alright. Yeah, that Oko Plus was wild. Looks like that Ballista Ping mattered. Is it bad that I don't want to shoot this? I want to leave it at 1. There's like 0% chance that that's correct. Yeah, I'm definitely going to shoot it. But, like, I thought about not shooting it. That line's just so greedy, though. So they have a bolt to clear my Karn. We have shit we need to deal with. If they can't deal with the Karn, then we have a lot of good stuff going on. Second Oko, alright. Please elk the casket. That's not even a little bit how that works. Alright, I guess we clear this Oko. I think my opponent needs to... I did claim yesterday that you can take random game actions with Oko and win games, but I guess that is not technically true. I'll animate my Serum Predator. They still get to get the Goyf back if it dies. Oh yeah, because it's like 1 effect. Maybe they elked it because they have a bolt, but then they would have just bolted the Karn. My mistake. Guess I'm wrong. Oh, do they have another bolt for the Karn? Uh-oh, are we gonna still lose this game? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're still very much in danger of losing this game. Things look bad for our hero all of a sudden. My opponent's seemingly small brain plays suddenly very large brain. They just have a lot of lightning bolts. No, they would not get their thing back from my Fiend Hunter. No, they would get it back from a Banisher Priest. You are thinking about how to BM opponent. Little did you know, opponent was BMing us. Alright, we have very little draws here. Because we have like 2 other Karns in our deck that... I guess we have 4 Plows that can actually take care of this turn, but we have to do something. I don't think I'm supposed to block. They're down 2 Lightning Bolts. And I think one of the ways I win this game is drawing a removal spell and then trying to kill them with its Monolith. Now we're actually super dead. Unless we draw a Karn. That's not a Karn. We are, in fact, dead skis. I mean, we can block, but... Got one more turn to draw the Karn. Can't even do it? Yeah, we have enough mana to Karn to bridge. Should have been a mindset there. Get out. Like, are you listening to the words that I'm saying about Serum Powder versus Mind Stone? Dang, opponent got us good. Truly outplayed with their seemingly horrible Oko play. I kill myself with Ancient Tomb a lot to commit seppuku out of games. Damn, opponent really big brained us there. I'm trying to work out, like, looking at, like, trying to think as my opponent if that was, like, actually the right play. Like, them using their elk as, like, an extremely slow and inefficient way to kill my thing was... I feel like it's not... I feel like it wasn't right still, right? Like, just bolt the Karn, and, like, the Oko can just take over the game by itself? I don't think there was any reason to just give up their Oko to get a Tarmogoyf back and, like, lose an extra Lightning Bolt. That seems pretty good. Opponent revealed Luris, so probably Delver. Sand has a lot of things to cast, and then we get one of our spells forced, and we're very sad about it. One of those hands. One of the hands where we hope they force a will on Micro Monoliths. Luris could be anything. I just always assume it's Delver. We'll lead on Ancient Den. There's a chance we could turn an Opal, play a Monolith around a Daze. So there are more foxes for the Fox God. We got Fox right here. What's my opponent doing? Could be Greg Stelver, could be Storm. Greg Stelver still plays Preordain, right? Did they cut the Preordains for, like, baubles and shit? Everyone shouting Storm. It does decidedly make a difference on whether or not I want to slam this turn 2 Karn, I think. Look at their avatar. It's a otter. Is that... Did you put them on Storm from their otter avatar? Alright, well, let's cast this Grim Monolith and see if it gets dazed, and if it doesn't, we'll go from there, I guess. Wait, are they dead? They're dead, right? They're F6, they're dead. Oh, I should have cast this Basalt Monolith first. Whoops. Oh well. They're F6'd, it's fine. Would you like to see this Walking Ballista, opponent? They figured it out. We did it! This is like using the basic land art to differentiate Miracles and Omni players. Alright, well. Are we just assuming that they're Storm from UC Preordain F6? Slam Lattice if they make you play it out. Yeah, Lattice is like usually the actual correct thing to play there. Especially because, like, if they somehow have like a Force of Will, and then they Force of Will your Giant Ballista, and then they like play a creature, there's not necessarily... Lattice isn't necessarily like GG's. But I found that people like randomly don't concede to Lattice. which is really frustrating. So I just grab the thing that people always concede to because they can literally see that they are dead this turn, rather than like, well, I mean, they have a lattice in play, but I'm not dead yet. People just are really weird about not conceding the lattice. Hundo Storm. All right, it's okay. We're gonna Mind Break Trap my Delver opponent's something. I don't even know. They could have Force. Force of Vigor doesn't beat lattice. You pitch your green card. Deck says outs the lattice. It's like Gak and Dredge, I think. People just love not conceding to it. Some people never, they don't see the follow up turn plus your Karn on the lattice line. So like if you play your Karn and you minus it down to 3 and you lattice them, but like they have a Snapcaster Mage or something in play, they'll be like, oh well, I can just attack this Karn and then like we'll just attack it down and we'll be okay. And you plus 1 on your lattice and make a 6/6, and then they realize it. Modern Horizons 2 designs pre-retained with Surveil. Let me figure out. Oh wait, it's Storm. Against Storm, I like to board in like other stuff that makes us go faster. Maybe we can leave in the Ballista that we have Mind Break Traps and just board in the Monolith and the Diamond and cut all my Scion Aversas. I have run into spots where not having the Ballista. I guess it was not having the Monolith one, not having the Windcon. Because latticing Storm's usually just GG anyway. Yeah, maybe we leave the Monolith in the sideboard so like the Karn can actually kill them. That's what I'm supposed to do. It needs to be green for Watson to print that. Waiting for the green Thoughtseize after fucking Ikoria, like color breaking green into 3 other colors. Yeah, it's like reveal a creature from your hand, Surveil Preordain for a green. If it was a creature, put it into play. Not having a Monolith in board seems like no. Well, against something like Storm, you're not really on the Karn wish for your Monolith like slow plan necessarily, because the fact that the Karn is in play already like crushes them super badly. I think we just want to powder this hand. This hand just doesn't do anything. We're just looking for fast Karns, Mind Break Traps, stuff like that. This hand has turn 1 2 mana play a Walking Ballista. Yeah, powders in this hand just to get rid of hands like that. We are 1 mana away from being able to Karn. And we have a Mind Break Trap. I think this hand's a keep. It's a little bit awkward. Especially when my opponent like Thoughtseizes me. I guess they take the Karn, we still have this trap they have to deal with, and we have a bunch of mana we can like forge. This hand seems fine. They could potentially like take the Petal or something. Try to fumble me like that. Really hoping they just like Balls to the Wall, Petal, Ritual ad nauseum me, or whatever on turn 1. That'd be fun. I think I'm supposed to play out all these zeros. Key does not do anything for me. We don't necessarily have to play out the LED. Almost hard cast my Mind Break Trap. Yeah, we only have 3 mana. LED doesn't do anything besides cast a 3/3. We'll just say go here. I don't think I care about this LED getting discarded, because the payoffs in our hand are like they're not going to Thoughtseize this LED, and we're not going to crack this LED because the important cards are in our hand. Come on, go for it. What could go wrong? I just kept a turn 2 Karn hand. It's fine. Just kill me on turn 2. Come on. Come on, opponent. You know you want to. Come on. What could I possibly have? Definitely not Mind Break Trap. keys. You go get a manifold keys. I believe in you. Land go seems like a weird... What are they... Yeah, no locks for our keys, certainly. Just have like a bunch of like answers in their hand, like bounce spells for cards and stuff. What's going on? Jesus! We have so many keys. Really want to draw a Grim Monolith. Even Basalt Monolith. Why didn't they, like... They didn't even, like, cast Luris last turn. They're just, like, holding up a bunch of bounce spells or something? Yeah, our creature's never getting blocked. They can have all the Empty the Warrens tokens they want, which is currently still 0, because we can Mind Break Trap them, but... Come on, go for it. Go for it. Where's that LED? Where's that LED, opponent? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one card left in the hand. What are you casting there, friendo? Gonna go for the old ad nauseum? Should have untapped my key with my key. What a mistake. Am I streaming the qualifier tomorrow? Nah. I don't even know if I'm playing in it. Like, had some intentions to play it, but I'm not sure if I will. Okay, there's not a lot you can tank on here. You got one card left. Am I supposed to trap this Infernal Tutor, or am I supposed to trap, like, the Past in Flames? I'm supposed to trap the Piff, right? There's no one card they can get here that doesn't... Because they could, like, potentially draw the Piff later, and, like, I guess they'd lose their Infernal Tutor or whatever, but there's no reason to not trap this, or not trap the payoff. I'm not an experienced Mindbreak trap caster, but we should be fine, because it exiles it. Yeah, sure, that resolves. Seems like a clean Past in Flames line. You lose. They may try a tutor chain, but that, like, what are they ending on? You can trap any one spell that they're going to get, regardless of what spell it is. You can trap all of their tendrils, because it's exile any number of target spells. They're gonna cast their Luris. Oh baby. It's Browntown time. No. Another trap, we're gonna die to beats. I'm just never gonna find mana. Plan B, 3-2 lifelinker. I mean, yeah. They could draw like Infernal Tutor or Ad Nauseam at this point, I guess. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say go. I mean, I guess we have another trap if they try to like actually go off again. Not if they just like cast Ad Nauseam as their first spell of the turn or whatever. We could discard our whole hand to play a Zirda and block their Luris. Thought sees me. Oh no! We can't trap that. Only 2 cards have been cast. Oh well, we have 2 payoffs at least, so they can't thought seize both my things. They have to take the Karn. Then we can play Forge, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not super interested in just like discarding both my payoffs to cast the Zirda to block a Luris. When, like, we have so many draws that just let us cast this Mystic Forge, which actually can kill my opponent. Get to do with the pedal? No, we only have 3 mana. It costs 4. They Thoughtseized the trap? Okay, I guess you can't Thoughtseize both the things, so... They're cracking their LED for fun. Alright, sure. You got it, Chief. With Zirda mana. Oh yeah, we could just cast the Zirda without the LED, but then we'd lose the pedal, and then we'd be a lot more mana down from casting Karn Forge. Alright, so what's the play here? Karn Plus? We're down to 2 mana after we play our Karn, is the issue. I suppose we could Karn... we can't minus it. Otherwise it dies to the Lurrus, unless we also cast Zirda in the same turn. Karn Plus, hope for land to bridge. I don't know if the Hope plan is what I'm thinking. I guess we just casket the Lurrus. We also can wish for anything that's that got powdered, so we could potentially wish for like more mana in the following turns. We like wish for an LED, even though we boarded one in. Could have waited one turn for Thoughtseize, but then I would have had 2 traps. Yeah, that would have actually been really funny. Alright, we have all the time in the world to figure out what the actual good play is here. Cast Karn, crack LED, wish for bridge, big bridge. I don't think bridge is good. I mean, we could... I think we could reasonably just set up... no, that wouldn't be a kill if we lose our Karn. I'd rather just glass casket the Lurrus than bridge, right? I think I just like Karn Plus, honestly. We have 2 mana left over to take down the Lurrus anyway. We could potentially... We'd eventually try to like go off, depending on what we draw to. Oh, we could plus on a manifold key and just block the Lurrus. That's actually a very good point. We don't need 3 manifold keys. Plusing is fine, and they're on 4 card, or they're on 4 mana. I'm gonna play with this LED now, though. Yeah, Karn turns off the Lurrus doing anything. Now we can just Lattice my opponent and then they lose, right? We have 6 mana. We can just wish for crack LED, wish for Lattice. The Karn's at 4. And then they die. Because then we just plus the Karn on the Lattice the following turn. Yeah, they're just dead. This Opal taps, right? Yeah, we have 3 artifacts. I'm gonna just have it just in case because I get nervous. Yeah, just how I explained. Yeah, I was literally just talking about this. Yes, you have a creature in play that can threaten the Karn, but I just get to animate the Lattice the next turn, and then you lose. Yeah, attack the Karn down to 1. You show him. I think I could have actually killed that turn. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't have enough mana. Oops. Eh, fuck it. Let's cast our Zirda. Why not? Alright, they realized it. We did it! Got shot GG, woof. We'd get got for sure. Mindbreak Trap looking pretty good against an Ant player who decided to go for it there. killed that turn. So we drew, instead of latticing them, we drew the Inventor's Fair, and we had Plains Opal. If we crack the LED, wish for Basalt Monolith, play the Monolith off LED mana, cast Zirda off of white, and one of the Monolith mana, and then make infinite mana, crack the Inventor's Fair for Ballista. I guess we could have just killed them that turn. What? Opponent. Hadn't even league matchmaking failed. I guess my opponent like canceled or something. But yeah, we also just did have lethal when we drew the Inventor's Fair. But yeah, they were just super dead once we finally hit the mana to cast the Karn. Could have just killed them that turn to play around getting gut shotted. Or more reasonably, if we were playing against like Tess, player and getting crashed, right? It's actually important to note if we're playing against Tess, then killing them is just like way better than latticing them in that position. Has Wise Sunbin? I have not activated it a lot. Hey, it's Newton. We lost the die roll, which is a little bit scary. Against elves, we just need like the nut hands. This isn't the nut hand. Doesn't even do anything. Maybe I'm just with Mulbus. Aggressively don't want to mull. I'm not a huge fan of mulling aggressively on the draw against elves. Yeah, we're fast with them. I don't think he plays Oof in the main either, so there's not a whole lot to worry about. I think we just mulligan for just more aggressively powerful hands than this. Opponent also goes to 6. Oh wow, yeah, this hand's a lot better, ain't it? It's turn 1 infinite mana, but we'd have to pitch the LED, and we don't have a, so we wouldn't have a payoff. I think I'm supposed to keep this regardless. Regardless. Potentially just play out a Karn. Blast Zone lines up pretty nicely against my opponent's Elves deck as well. I think I'm bottoming the second City of Traders, but I think it's awkward trying to line up like Blast Zone and stuff. Do we just bottom this Karn? Bottom the Basalt Monolith? Then we don't have the turn 1 if we draw a Flocking Ballista. I think I want to bottom this other city. Go infinite, turn 1, just see how, just wait for Moto to crash. Not a bad idea. Maybe we'll just top deck Walking Ballista like a skilled Magic player and just kill my opponent. Green Sun for Arbor. Sure. Serum Powder, the perfect draw. Yeah, I think we just want to play a Karn Cynovers on turn 2 instead. I think we just say go here. Or potentially, obviously, like at some point we could draw the Karn or the Ballista. They only have 2 mana here. They played their land. Alright, yeah. We have to be worried about us dying this next turn. Potentially. Oh, they didn't play a land. Oh yeah, the Arbor. I was thinking about the Arbor as something they already played for some reason. Could just like blast in them. It's not bad. Can we blast in them and play this Karn with this Manifold Key? How much mana do we have? The worry is that we actually couldn't. We would actually have no mana sources at that point. Unless we manage to like untap one of these monoliths. Also, if we blast zone before we play the key, our key gets swept up. So what if we float 2, play the blast zone, pop using Grim Monolith, play the key with the one of the floating, untap the monolith of the other floating, tap the monolith, play monolith, say go. And we could potentially even cast the Serum Powder to start unlocking our Manifold Key or whatever. Yeah, I don't think we have quite enough mana to Karn and Blast Zone in this turn without doing something stupid. Sure, okay, there we go. Don't think there's a reason to cast my Basalt Monolith yet. I guess the reason to cast Basalt Monolith would be... No, not Rick's Sage. That wouldn't do anything. Wouldn't quite have the mana. A little nervous about actually having like enough mana sources in play. Next turn we will only have 5 mana. So we might not... It's going to be tricky to actually keep enough mana around to like untap my monoliths and stuff. Play Powder Sago. I don't like... Maybe Play Powder Sago is okay, because... No, then we don't have enough mana to like play our card next turn. Only 5 mana on turn 3 with a weak deck. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to say go. So I want to play my card next turn before my opponent develops like a huge board. I also want to play cards so I can just get my Zirda on the table. It's pretty non-punishing to play out Zirda versus Elves, especially game 1. So we're gonna pick up the Visionary, cast the Visionary again. Sure. There we go. Makes me feel better. More things we can do. Mana. So if I play this Powder, I go down to 3 mana, right? 6 minus 3, 3, so I can Powder into Karn, yeah. I mean, I can't kill them, because this Karn doesn't kill them. It's the wrong one. I think I'm just gonna play this Zirda though. I'm just gonna like play it out. Just so I have like more blockers. Do I play the bad Karn? Because a lot of Karns are good Karns when you play them on like turn 1. My opponent just doesn't like natural order me or whatever. Maybe I was supposed to just like plus my Karn to aggressively try try to kill them. We'll just drop Blister or Karn and just make it easy on myself. Nope. Because, like, with their Symbiote Visionary Engine online, like, we're not... I don't think we're going to just race them by making fatties. I think I'm supposed to just plus my Karn here. Start digging for ways to kill them. The issue is that we might have already taken too long. What do we exile? Lotus Petal and Mystic Forge. So we get the Mystic Forge next turn, so it's probably a kill. The issue is that next turn might be too late. But nothing I can do about that, so... I'm not even gonna untap my shit. I'll untap it on end step if we get there. No point in like making a bunch of mana to untap my Grim Monolith or whatever. If we just die. Don't do it. Alright, yeah, just keep casting Visionary and also don't have Gaia's Cradle. Nope. Nothing scary. Probably like a shitty thing. Oh no, that's scary. That's very scary. Alright, not Heritage Druid at least. We need them to not have Heritage Druid. Yep, just Reclaimers. Deal. No Heritage Druid at the end of this. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, just... Oh, they haven't used the Symbiote yet? Fuck. But if they just cast... Green Sun for 1. Oh no, this is Heritage Druid. Fuck. Alright, I should F6. Which button's F6 but only until end step is F8? I guess maybe untapping my monoliths was actually faster. Because it means that I didn't have to... I could actually F6 through this turn. I could just untap my monoliths now. Oh shit, they passing the turn. Holy shit. Are we alive? Did we do it? Did he whiff? Alright, well, now I don't have to wish for this Mystic Forge. Necessarily. Might still do it. We'll see. We could potentially use Karn. Actually, no, Karn plussing is just better than wishing. Because it clears the top for our Forge anyway. Now it's our turn to go off, opponent. Okay, they're dead. We did it. We did. You should use the white mana for click equity. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, he's just gonna concede here. That was a close one. Did not think we were gonna get out of that one alive. The Glimpse turn was very scary. Cut these bad suck Karn Sign of Urzos and bring in a Blast Zone. We could potentially like shave an Ancient Den because they're so awkward against Collector Roof. Closer than else should be. On the draw on our like Molda 6, I think it was like pretty reasonably. It's a little bit dicier, certainly. This is L's built to beat Delver. Yeah. Luckily, no one thinks that Zirda is enough of the format that we should be main decking Collector Roof, or that game would have been a lot harder. Yeah, it seems fine. Give main deck Oof and Elves. I mean, it's just like it's part of like the build your deck to like play its best game ones mostly, and just like sometimes you're just are worse off against decks like specifically Zirda and not a lot else, because like you shit on a lot of the other decks where you would want Oof anyway, right? Like against like these Stoneforge Mystics. This hand sucks butts. We do lose 2 cards and a Ballista notably. Wow, this hand also sucks butts. We're just gonna go crazy with powders and powder away all of our cards. I would have powered that first one. The hand did nothing. It had a City of Traitors and a Walking Ballista. Oh, just mull normally? Nah, fuck that. I'm not gonna go to 6. How bad would Metalworker be in this deck? I've thought about it. Not super interested in it though. Card equity is super important. And I'm not a big fan of just like going to 6. Just powder these hands. This hand looks pretty good. We have, is this a turn 2? 2 Monolith. Den, Petal, kill? Yeah. Alright, well, we'll keep this. We also have a Blaststone to potentially like try to deal with Collector Roof. It's problematic if we get like Thoughtseize or something. Deck has so few action spells, it's hard to mull away 2 Karn Great Career or exile them. I disagree. Hey, Honorog, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Hope your stream went well. Welcome, welcome. A Plow, that's nice. Helps us beat a Collector Roof. What's up, TL Hunter? Yeah, thanks for the congrats on top 8. It's definitely a pretty nice feeling. Unfortunately, means it would mean that we can't turn 2 them, but I'm going to play this out in case we need to kill an oof, because otherwise it's going to be a lot harder. You have to like Blaststone it away. Like a Vintage Drake probably wouldn't powder a 3-bird hand, or like a. I think it's a lot different. This deck has like what, 8 payoffs? He's gonna attack me for 1? Sure. Yeah, and then just pass the turn, it's fine. Collector Roof, fine. Guess I don't get to turn 2 you. We just make a big Ballista, I guess, and shoot this Wirewood Symbiote. That seems pretty solid. Wait, does this manifold key mean we kill them? Do we have enough mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 5. 6 mana. I think this is a kill. Who's the menace now? Am I right? Yeah, it feels good. Feels very good. I think this is a kill, unless I'm mistaken. White mana. White mana. Yeah, this is a kill. I'll make enough mana to make sure I can. I mean, I definitely would have just like cast the Force of Air a long time ago, but you never know. Show them the Walking Ballista. Classic beating a turn 2 Collector Roof into killing them on turn 2. Easy. That's why we play Null Rod. Yeah, unfortunately Elves doesn't get to Green Sun Zenith for Null Rod. Yeah, my opponent didn't register Force of Wolves, and they didn't kill me on turn 2, so, like, they just died. That's how it works. They did try to... We did have the turn 2 lined up, and then they played the Collector Roof. Then we had to top deck the turn 2, to be fair. great. Yeah, we lost a real interesting one to Delver. Just powder this hand away pretty easy. Paper units, infinite damage on all the L's for extra BM. Yeah, I mean, I whenever my opponent like makes me click it out, I always just rat their board for fun. Opponent did not reveal companion, kept 7 cards. This hand sucks. Powder. This hand is a lot better. This hand is a turn 2 kill. Yeah, bold move, opponent. Not registering a companion. This elves again. Oh, baby. This hand's actually just turn 1 Karn, isn't it? Maybe turn 1 Ballista is probably better. Turn 1 for Ballista for 2 at this point. Ding. Yeah, we'll play this out. Alright. What do you got, opponent? You're dead next turn. This is an ambitious... Just cycling this Glimpse of Nature. Alright, you're dead. Elves twice in a row. Feeling good. Opponent is excruciatingly dead. Ewoks can't fight the droids. This is what they deserve. This is what they deserve. All the times I've been shit stomped by elves for the 7 years I've played Death and Taxes, I feel zero remorse for murdering elves players. Yes. The other forest was nice. I'd like to reveal Zirda the Dawnwaker. Alright, this hand's probably a keep, but like it's not gonna kill them super fast, but we have 2 plows, a blast zone, and a walking ballista, so I have to imagine this hand is just like very reasonable. Especially on the draw against like the deck that could potentially like, be Thoughtseizing me or whatever. Or Force of Vigoring me. Reveal Snow-Covered Forest. Am I supposed to be aggressively firing off plows because we have so much removal? Because we have infinite removal? I don't think so. So just because we have Blast Zone, we could potentially line it up against a bunch of 1s. Elves aren't people, they're animals, so we slaughtered them like animals. I think I'm just going to let them have this Quarian Ranger. It doesn't actually do anything either, because they don't have like a mana dork. How do you rank tribal decks in terms of which one was the worst? In Legacy? I don't know, like, in terms of like actual playable tribal decks. Maybe we want to play this Ranger now. Still pick up their forest and like cast more spells though. No, I think I want to play the Birch Slow Rangers, honestly. Do I want to plow neither of them? No, they're untapping the Birch Slow Rangers. Yeah, we'll plow it. We have plows to spare. elves, goblins, merfolk, humans. Collect roof. No, that's fine. We have more plows where that came from. I guess maybe I was supposed to plow this oof zero speed. There's no world that I don't plow this oof, and they can eventually get like cradle man off of it. I keep making this mistake for ourselves because I'm a big dumb symbiote. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this collector roof. Even just pop the blast zone next turn, kill like 2 creatures. Come on, play more 1-drops. Pick up the forest. We could just not blow the blast zone and just hold it up if we wanted. Or we could just kill my opponent. Wait, no, we're missing white. Don't have enough white mana to kill my opponent yet. Could just threaten, hold up the blast zone if we wanted. I'm a little concerned about Gaia's Cradle. They could like cradle into NO. Yeah, let's just pop this blast zone. Blister for 2. I'm not super interested in Blister for 2, I don't think. Blister for 2 looks fine later. Oh, actually they get to pick up the Quarian Ranger. Oh, never mind. They don't. Alright, cool. Then no, that was a bad play, because they could just pick up the Quarian Ranger with the symbiote, but they fucked up. They counter-fucked up. We did it. Yeah, I probably would have played the Blister for 2 thinking about the fact that the symbiote turned off my blast zone actually getting value. So, value glimpse. Oh, there's actually a decent amount of mana. Because they get to replay the forest and stuff. Try to rebuild here. We draw a petal or an opal. Don't know if we could get enough artifacts in play for opal to be a kill. Actually, we know we could, because we play the monolith and then just cast the ballista. So, green silver 0, sure. Really feel like my opponent's a natural order. Den is not quite a kill because it's a basalt monolith, which is kind of annoying. It also means that we have to like play the monolith this turn if we want to kill them, right? Or if we want to like try to set up the kill, because we'll be losing our City of Traders. Alternatively, I think Serum Powder would let us kill. We wanted to like Serum Powder and cast Swords to Plowshares and then die to Natural Order anyway. Because like if we play the Ballista for 2, yeah, play Monolith, like Monolith Den go. Ballista on 2 beats NO, but Ballista on 2 doesn't set up for me to kill my opponent, and I'd have to use my only mana sink. I think it might be Plow the Quarian Ranger and Monolith. Then they can NO for Archon on Artifact, and then we lose though. So it's a reason that I might actually like not want to Plow, because we can't be NO anyway. Although they can NO for Hoof and then just like kill me with the actual damage. Oh, they might tap too many creatures. But not if they keep the Quarian Ranger around. I think we're still dead to that. Anyway, I think it's supposed to be Basalt Monolith Ancient Dead go. If we're concerned about getting it shattered, oh god, this is tough. I guess we're actually supposed to leave out basic planes, but think I mean, this shows them, like, face up, like, they're dead next turn, and then you do something. But I think they can pretty easily do something, but we'll see, I guess. It's also a chance they just don't have the NO. Oh boy, this could just be a very dangerous glimpse turn, and we don't get to untap. Uh-oh, Heritage Druid. They have near impact mana. Could play this Heritage Druid. Elvish Visionary. We don't need to play the Heritage Druid yet. They only have one thing that can untap things. This is certainly extremely terrifying. Plow Druid at the right time. Yeah, it's tricky to know when the correct call and casting this plow is. It's probably just in response to the next spell. I need to plow the Heritage Druid. I think decay my Monolith, that'd be pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Maybe I should play the Serum Powder. They could have decayed the Serum Powder, but I don't know if they would have seen that line. They're just like passing. Is this their plan? Yeah, it's definitely tricky to say now with delay, with chat delay. What is this? So they've already used the Quarian Ranger on tap. This is for a Wirewood Symbiote. So do we want to plow the Symbiote? I think we do. They're going to untap the Llanowar Elves, picking up the Elvish Visionary or something. Or an Oof. It's a greens up for one, and they only have one Oof. We already killed it. Plow Visionary. We could plow the Visionary. That wouldn't be unreasonable. Stop them from drawing as many cards. And then the Ballista tries to clean up some of the other stuff. Maybe that is correct. I don't hate that play. Let's me F6 at least. F6 value, yeah, F6 value, very real. So now they can obviously change their decision on what they wanted to grab. They might want to grab the Nelson to pair with the Heritage Druid now. Oh, they're dead anyway. I'm so good at this game, chat. I'm so fucking good at this game, chat. Don't even have to play around Force of Vigor. They have one card in hand. Ooh, nice. Got the old 4-1. Pretty good day. Lost Delver, beat all the not Delver. As this deck very often does. This deck also just does absolutely crush elves. I'm not gonna lie. Delver's getting too inbred, yeah. That's one of the reasons I do like this deck is because I think it's very good against a lot of the decks that people are playing to beat Delver. The based Greg, thanks for the follow. Appreciate the support. And as Delver evolves, like, your Delver matchup isn't unwinnable. Your Delver matchup is definitely unfavored, but like, I would consider it like, just like not the worst thing in the world. It's probably say 40% matchup. Definitely gets worse as your Delver opponents get better. But yeah, basically what I settled on was like your bad matchups are good Delver players, and then like turn one combo decks. And I think I like the Mindbreak traps. I feel pretty good about these Blast Stones. They've been reasonable. Never played a game of Legacy. Is this epicness where I start? This deck is very nutty. It is very, like... This is the deck that, like, people that don't play Legacy tell you, like, plagues the Legacy format. Of, like, oh, you just, like, die on turn 1 and turn 2 all the time from, like, bullshit nonsense. This deck is a lot of bullshit nonsense. I've been pleasantly impressed by these Blast Zones. I mean, we played against Elves twice, but like they do just line up okay, just as like these weird like value lands, and they double as protection against Null Rods and Click-Throughs, which I think are starting to pick up a lot more. I think something like this list I like a lot. Maybe I don't like these patterns. Maybe they should be like Mind Stones and like a 5th key. I think that's what White Faces was doing. I don't know. We powdered a lot those games, and like the powders were good. We like just powdered into good 7s. But we also played against 3 no Force of Will decks, and that's where powder lines up the best. The matchups where you just want to like be goldfishing your opponent as much as possible, and you just mull aggressively to like your super busted hands. Against blue decks, you tend to start wanting Mind Stone more, because it's less about what your opening hand is, and it's more about like how functional like you get to play out like some of the later turns. So maybe in addition to like something, what I was talking about with Blast Zone over other utility lands, being like, okay, it's less about our broken game 1s, and it's more about being able to handle the meta as it adjusts. Maybe that's the same case for Mind Stone, but you don't have Buried Ruins, some less. That's what I was just talking about. Like, I've been trying these Blast Zones as like tech pieces because decks have just been picking up Null Rods and Collector Oofs more. So like having the ability to answer them in some capacity has been pretty nice. I don't think I've ever Blast Zoned a Null. I know I Blast Zoned a Null Rod yesterday and like still lost because it was against Delver. But did we Blast Zone it? Yeah, because I put it in the graveyard. I had to have Blast Zoned it. And then they lured it back on like turn 9,000. But yeah, the original lists, yeah, we're playing like Inventor's Fair and Buried Ruins and stuff, and a lot of it is just streamlining the deck to execute its game plan as good as possible, and that means like you get to use some of your lands as infinite mana sinks, like you Buried Ruin back your Walking Ballista, or you Inventor's Fair for your Walking Ballista when you make infinite mana to kill them. But that becomes less and less important as decks adapt. People are more ready for you, and you want to be able to, counter prepare. You want to have tech for their tech. And by playing Blast Zones in the main over some of those pieces, you free up some sideboard slots, so you get to do stuff like still play Mindbreak Traps for these like turn 1 combo decks. Am I happy at 19 lands? Yeah, I was happy around 18 or 19, I think. The number has slowly gone up. The original list were playing 16 for a while, but the number has definitely gone up and up. I've thought about actually cutting an Ancient Den for like a Plains, but I've cut so many of the zeros and stuff. I get worried as I start cutting Ancient Dens how good these opals are going to continue to be. The opals have felt like they're still pretty good with a list like this, but I get nervous about cutting more. But I am very happy with a list like this. I think these Blast Zones might be feeling pretty good. And is LED better in sideboard even with Zirda to cast? Yeah, the LED sometimes the LED in the sideboard is nice because of casting Zirda. Like you play out your Karn the Great Creator, but you don't have white mana because this deck easily produces a ton of colorless. So then your Karn wishes for the LED, and then you Zirda make infinite mana, and then the Karn wishes for like the Ballista to kill them. So the LED in the sideboard can be for mana fixing. Also, like LED in the sideboard just works decently with Karn because it like. You play Karn, wish for the LED, and it ramps you into like your Lattice or whatever. You play Lattice a surprisingly like small amount in this deck. Have I not missed Seal of Cleansing in the sideboard? Not really. I think Seal of Cleansing was primarily for a lot of Null Rod decks. There weren't a lot of other artifacts and enchantments you were blowing up, and that's why I'm playing all these like Blast Zones instead. Because you don't want to board in Seal of Cleansing against Delver because it sucks. You don't really want to even be boarding Seal of Cleansing against these like blue control decks because it doesn't like have a lot of targets. But having your ability to blow up Null Rod on this land that you can just be tapping to like execute your normal game plan has felt like it's pretty reasonable. I think Blast Zone might genuinely be the best way to handle Null Rods with this deck. Like, yeah, the rest of the Artifact and Enchantment decks you don't really care that much about. Go Key, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. But anyway, that about wraps up the stream here. I always enjoy talking at long lengths about the decks that I play, because I don't know, I enjoy talking about decks that I enjoy playing. But anyway, let's find someone to host. Who's streaming Magic the Gathering right now? What do you think of Maverick in this current meta? I think Maverick is one of the better decks if you're still wanting to cast Thalia right now, but I do genuinely think that people should trust the evaluation of, if your deck isn't playing a companion, you should either find a companion to play in your deck or find a different deck to play. And that's just like the shitty truth of, I think, almost every format right now, honestly, but Legacy is definitely included in that. No one streaming Legacy? Fuck, who do I host? Check out the Maverick. Let's go. How do you change this build if you're facing loads of Delver decks like I'm about in my play group tonight? Yeah, it's definitely tricky having to deal with a lot of Delver. I don't know. Like, if I cracked the code on beating the Delver matchup, I think I would have been playing like a much different build on Sunday. But I think Lands is probably okay without a companion. I mean, like, decks are okay without companions, but it's like, how well do these decks line up in the format? I don't think like Lands is like good as like the Delver Eater or whatever, I guess. But we're getting to the point that like other decks are already picking up to beat Delver, and I think Lands lines up really badly against like this deck per se. And a lot of the other gross stuff that's going on in the format. Anyway, back to trying to find someone to fucking host. Yeah, just no one's playing Legacy. Alright, we'll go. Usually someone's on. It's really weird that no one is playing any Legacy. I don't want to just drop you guys off at like a big stream. I like to host people that are more down at the bottom. This is Edgar Magayesh, or however you pronounce his name. Edgar MTG. Well, they're practicing for Lotus Box League, so yeah, we'll host them. Edgar MTG. And channel points do I have to redeem to get you to loosen the mic cord and bring back Barry Manilow JR? I couldn't do that if I wanted to. I could like fiddle with it, try to make it happen. I do need to fucking do things with channel points. That my goal. I should figure out something to do with those and like have it in like actually going on by next week. I probably won't because I'm really bad at remembering stuff like that, but I really need to do something with channel points. But anyway, have I tried your fan today? All right, we'll try it. We'll try it out right now. See if the camera dies, and then we'll go host Edgar. I'm pretty sure that the fan just steals the power from my webcam, and I don't know why. No, now oh dang it! Now I killed the camera again forever, didn't I? All right, good end of the stream. Goodbye, everyone. See you guys on Friday for my Friday stream. Have a good rest of your week. See you guys all later.